Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And taking a look here at the Clippers, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Now, Shaq, you talk about Charlotte. This group is fun to watch. They got some skills. They got some explosive talent. Who grabs your attention?
I got to go with Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals. He can do it all in the paint. Very creative.
A.k.a. Baby Fundamentals.
Baby Fundamentals. He has feet work, footwork, up and under moves, jump hooks. He has the illustrious one-hand shot. He's fun to watch, Ernie. Al Jefferson, one of my favorite big men in the NBA.
But how about Michael Kidd-Gilchrist? He do anything for you?
Yeah, he has length. He makes great defensive plays. And, you know, when you turn your head, this guy reacts, and he's just fabulous to watch also. Charlotte is on the rise. I wouldn't want to get stung by that Hornet.
Oh, you're killing me, big fella.
You like that one, Ernie?
No, I didn't. That's not what I meant by you're killing me. Almost time for tip-off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
And now, introducing your Los Angeles Clippers. At the small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 22, Matt Barnes. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, J.J. Redick. Man in the middle, 6'11", from Texas A&M, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. And at forward, 6'10", from Oklahoma, number 32, Blake Griffin. At guard, 6 foot from Wake Forest, number 3, Chris Paul. Doc Rivers is the head coach for your home team.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Hornets come into town. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. And it's Jefferson in at center. Now here's Paul. He kicks to Redick. Clock at 6. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. It's rebounded by Jefferson. DeAndre Jordan leading the NBA last season in 3 separate categories, Steve. Rebounding, slam dunks, and field goal percentage.
Yeah, those last two are related. Of course, you look at his shot chart, and it's basically a green dot right around the basket. I mean, pretty much all of his attempts coming right at the rim, mostly on putbacks or lobs.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. It's Jordan on the wing. And here's Redick. And it's Paul penetrating. And that one's good.
That's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Kidd-Gilchrist, a screen on Paul. Screen by Jefferson. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Jefferson. Kicks it out to Stevenson. From deep, Walker. No good.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Barnes. It's rebounded by Charlotte. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jefferson's shot is off. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Paul kicks to Barnes. Griffin sets the screen for Barnes. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Redick for 3. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Outside, Walker. Jefferson passing to Stevenson. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Jefferson down low. He's against Jordan. Shots good by Jefferson.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys. Even though Charlotte was able to climb back into relevancy in the East last year, they still had trouble dealing with those strong teams out west.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Back to Stevenson. 4 on the shot clock. Now the feed to Jefferson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Remains Los Angeles ball.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Redick kicks to Paul. Paul left side. Now Barnes. Jordan inside and a missed layup. And Charlotte isn't alone when it comes to East teams having trouble with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they were 13-17 last year against the West. You know, the former Bobcats, current Hornets. But, you know, if they can get that number to around 500 this year, they'll have a great chance to move up in the Eastern picture.
Now, here's Stevenson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Kevin, gorgeous, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Paul outside. The pass to Griffin. Redick for 3. And he gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Stevenson, a screen on Paul. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Clippers. The dish to Barnes. Pass to Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
J.J. Redick acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Jared Dudley's checked in for Barnes. And it's Crawford in for Chris Paul. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And Roberts kicks to Henderson. Pass to Roberts. Feeds to Henderson. There's a good screen. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J. And Redick, were not for the injuries, was on pace, Clark, for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Redick as well. He flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
Here is Davis following the basket by Gerald Henderson. Redick dishes to Hawes. It's rebounded by Charlotte. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
Yeah, no question. If I'm them, I'm definitely going 2-for-1.
Shot by Roberts, no good.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Bentley the pass to Hawes. Turnaround Jay, and that one's good. Hawes got his first bucket of the night. The Hornets trail. Here's Roberts. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change from 18 feet away. And that one's good by Henderson.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
And that one's good. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
And I thought the key in that first quarter was the offensive aggressiveness. They attacked the rim and got to the foul line.
And I sense they're really feeling good about playing at home, taking advantage of the home court.
Here's Roberts. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Marvin Williams, Ryan Roberts out there with Gary Neal. And there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Henderson in at the small forward position. Here's Roberts. Off target from outside.
Well, Jordan Farmar spent a season playing in Turkey on a lucrative contract, but missed the NBA. And he came back to his hometown of L.A. last season playing with his old team, the Lakers. Now settled in with their crosstown rivals, the Clippers.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
And another 3 for the Clippers.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there is no question that Chris Paul has been the leader wherever he's gone. He demands a lot from his teammates, but they respect his passion. Paul has no time for anyone who feels they don't need to work. He doesn't like guys who take things for granted. Certainly not someone to rest on his laurels, gentlemen.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Clippers with the ball. Following the 3 by Charlotte. Crawford kicks to Davis. Back to Crawford. Clippers moving the ball around. And Davis puts it in.
These guys know each other well, clearly, because that was a beautiful pass.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Roberts dishes to Neal. Williams a screen. Here's Neal. He has 6. Henderson, no one around him. And it's the Hornets another 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Neal passes to Roberts. He feeds it to Neal. Williams a screen. And that's a foul. Calling Spencer Hawes. That's his first foul.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hawes. Griffin comes in for Glenn Davis. Barnes, who's checked in for Jared Dudley. And it's Paul in for Jamal Crawford. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Stevenson outside. 6 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Lance Stevenson, the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in New York State. And that's something when you consider, Clark, the great players who came before him.
Yeah, to be at the top of that list says a lot about his high school career. He actually led Lincoln High School to an unprecedented 4 straight city basketball championships. There's a reason his nickname is Born Ready.
And for Stevenson, despite the high school accolades, questions about eligibility and off-the-court issues caused many colleges not to recruit him. And after one season at Cincinnati, he slid to the second round of the draft, but he's really become quite a player.
All free throws good from Lance Stevenson.
But for Lance, he fell into the right situation in Indiana. A team that was patient, worked with him to help develop his talent. Paul George is in that starring role there for the Pacers for the foreseeable future. And I think Lance perhaps wanted to move on to Charlotte to see how he could handle being the main guy on the team.
Now here's Jordan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Shot's good by Walker.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Clippers trail by 7. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Jordan. Now Griffin inside. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Such a careless pass. Game here.
And so here's Charlotte. Right side to Walker. Jefferson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
To halt the run, and that's good for 2. Griffin's got his first 2 points of the night.
His ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Clippers started out as a good team last year, but they never seemed to be content with what they had. They added vet after vet as the season progressed and really made some nice additions.
Now here's Walker. Kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. Barnes grabs the miss.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Paul dishes to Farmar. Blocked. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte no good that time either. And the Clippers' depth was a big help for him in the first round as the bench provided, I thought, Clark, a good punch for him against the Golden State Warriors.
That's true, but they just didn't have enough in the tank to get by the Thunder in that second round of the playoffs in what was really, I thought, an entertaining back-and-forth series.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Hornets leading by 3. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
It took a little while, but at the Staples Center now, the team to fear is the Clippers. They were tough here at home last year.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Jordan Farmar. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. His other point of emphasis was that they need to be making sharp entry passes into the paint and operating their offense out of the low post. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Well, guys, you were talking about with the Clippers. It wasn't that they would beat you here. Steve, they would blow you out here.
Yeah, I mean, their average win margin here at home last year was almost double digits. I mean, think about that. On average, they would win by a blowout here at Staples.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The baseline J. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Now here's Reddick. He's got 5. Paul passes to Griffin. Now here's Reddick. He's guarded by Stevenson. Misses the layup.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's Charlotte up by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Look at Gerald Henderson. He's been playing really well.
I think like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Say that you did it. It's one thing to lie about your digits. It's one thing to say that you live it. It's another thing to admit it. But I admit I got all this paper, plus the prettiest faces that's offered by nature. I drive a case, but he's me Casper. Wanna meet him in my house, I got space like NASA. It don't make me happy by itself, it's sadder. I like my sister Stace when she lost her papa. A Ben Dad getting a stroke and living a trapper. John could do it's ironic but true. A man dies, baby born as fair as Peru. It's a simple clue between us imposters. We hop in the end, don't care what it cost us. Now I'm with a nerd with a pit full of marshes. I guess you could say that we fly like saucers. Zapping at, we're class and act bigger. The cash and crash whippers, the crash and mag gripper. Go ahead and say it. Close your eyes, just picture yourself just folding pies. Implement a plan and you show the rise. That's promised by the man that controls the skies. See, I know you're so ill. Better yet, doggy, just tell me how you feel.
Hornets leading by 4. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Reddick there at the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Just 5 to shoot. Walker goes in, shoots from 12. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Walker's got the first bucket of the third here for the Hornets. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Kemba Walker, quick, got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets. And he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Redick. Count the bucket. Redick's got 7 points.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Charlotte shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Stevenson left side. Dishes to Jefferson. 13 feet away. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Clark, he's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you know, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10"-ish, 5'11". And he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being.
Well, what better way to retire the Bobcats name than to go out and make the playoffs for only the second time under that nickname. Good job by Charlotte last year, and now it's back to being the Hornets.
And although Charlotte, Clark, got knocked out in 4 against the Heat, they had some good games last year in that postseason.
Well, they did, and the injury to Al Jefferson, though, Kevin, really kind of sabotaged their ability to really compete with the Heat. So they weren't able to break the postseason winless streak, but the team is certainly headed in the right direction.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, when Doc Rivers came to the Clippers, he wanted to shift their image from a Showtime team to a true contender. Blake Griffin said, Lob City is done. And while the Clippers still make highlight reel plays with the best of them, Rivers has brought a seriousness and a focus to this team as they pursue an NBA championship. Guys?
Rivers has said lobs are great, but winning is better. They're trying to get them both. Thanks, Doris. Barnes, screen on Stevenson. Paul kicks to Jordan. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Charlotte leading by 3. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. Walker dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Rejected by Jordan. Griffin with it. Paul kicks to Barnes. Jordan against Jefferson. Griffin a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 5. Barnes passes to Paul for the tie. Here's Griffin. Rejected by Jefferson. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. So, for the Clippers, Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Dudley comes in for Barnes. And it's Crawford in for Chris Paul. And then for Charlotte, Lonley's checked in for Jefferson. Williams comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Henderson for Lance Stevenson. Now, here's Redick. 10 points for him. Passes to Crawford. He dishes it to Redick. 6 to shoot. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Marvin Williams.
It's been a nice game here for Redick. He's got 10 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first.
Well, it's amazing what a year can do, isn't it? Then Bobcats, now Hornets, looked completely lost heading into last season. But with the additions they made, I think they have the ship back on track.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Gary Neal comes in for Cody Zeller. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. And both free throws good for Redick. As you said, Charlotte really one of the teams that took a lot of people by surprise last year. Big turnaround, spearheaded by a wonderful presence in the locker room, Big Al Jefferson.
Yeah, and a tremendous presence on the floor, too, as a post scorer and guy that demanded double teams. The organization saw that things were wide open in the East. They could have sat on their hands and stood pat, but they went after Al Jefferson and got a centerpiece to build up.
Vonleh. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's Crawford with the drive. Down low. And Dudley kicks to Hawes. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Spencer Hawes, an early candidate last season for most improved player, but his hot shooting steadily tailed off, Steve, with the Sixers last year.
Yeah, month after month, his field goal percentage and three-point percentage has dropped. But I thought he found new life when he was traded to the Cavs. Remember, when you're on a bad team, you're losing night after night. It can be disheartening. I think that might have been some of what we saw with Hawes and his numbers declining.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Neal kicks to Vonleh. Tries from 7. And that one's good. Vonleh's got the game tied up here for Charlotte.
And Hall's a free agent this offseason. Playing well over the last 3 seasons, he was a safe bet to get a nice new contract. Big guys with his skill level, they get paid in this league.
Deep 2 from Crawford. Green for 2 points. Crawford's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And for Hawes, a rare skill set. Not that many 7-footers who can shoot from three-point range the way he can. As much as teams value threes nowadays, not surprising he commanded a nice payday in free agency.
Lambo, he's checked in for Brian Roberts. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
Looking over there at Steve, he's enjoying every second of it, Mark.
Yeah, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. And the fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Davis sets a screen. The feed to Dudley. Fires the 3. The Hornets pull it in. Vonleh kicks to Anderson. Now the pass to Vonleh. With his first shot attempt, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Up top, Dudley. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks it to Farmar. Lets it go from deep. Here's Hawes. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Marvin Williams.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And the Clippers making a change here. Barnes is checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. And Stevenson's checked in for Vonleh. The Clippers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
The 7-1 Spencer Hawes, a finesse big man. Great skill level. 4th among centers last season in assists. 1st among centers in three-pointers made.
Al Jefferson is checked in for Charlotte.
Hornets substitution. Al Jefferson.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Henderson. It's deflected and stolen by Barnes. Now Farmar. Pass to Crawford. Farmar kicks to Crawford. From deep. No luck. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie, and the truck for showing it. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
The Clippers in the lead, and Charlotte looking at who they've got. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him, and it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
And Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Nobody near Stevenson. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. That's 7 points for Lance Stevenson. The Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Paul kicks to Griffin. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's Walker. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Zeller with it. Griffin on him. Now here's Walker. Shot clock at 6. Jefferson a screen on Paul. From deep, Walker. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barnes passes to Paul. The dish now to Barnes. Back to Paul. Clippers moving the ball around. Griffin inside. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And Stevenson kicks to Walker. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Pass to Jefferson. Shot's good. Stevenson's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
And the Clippers call time here.
Lance Stevenson, a most improved candidate for the Pacers last season, and he said vehemently that he was staying with the Pacers despite his impending free agency. But something must have changed. Not quite sure exactly what it was. He ended up taking a deal with the Hornets for less guaranteed money. I think partly driven to get to the end of that second contract quicker.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
And the Pacers offered Stevenson, I think, 5 years and about $44 million. He signed with the Hornets for less, 3 years and just over $27 million.
Yeah, you know, it's not like the Hornets blew the Pacers off the table with their offer financially. I mean, so I've got to think there was something more to Lance's decision, and part of it may have been desiring a bigger role.
And the Hornets call time here.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jefferson, a screen on Paul. Walker dishes to Jefferson. Walker goes in. Feeds it to Stevenson. Takes a 3, just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Shot by Zeller, no good. Clippers leading by 4. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
Now here's Griffin. Back to Paul. Throws it up high. And it's Jordan with the jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Well, Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
Jefferson against Jordan. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jefferson. You think about defense, Clark, and it isn't just how many shots you block. Jordan really seemed to focus on the little things that go into being successful defensively.
And I think that's a tribute to Doc Rivers, who actually emphasized some of those little things that would help Jordan elevate his game and his team. And to Jordan's credit, he took heed and made significant improvement.
Here's Walker following the basket by Blake Griffin. Walker the pass to Jefferson. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Clippers. You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
And the Hornets call time here. They're losing by 6. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Jefferson. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 6. And Reddick kicks to Barnes. Griffin a screen on Walker. Dishes it to Barnes. Paul passes to Jordan. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Walker penetrating. No good. Great D that time from Griffin. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Walker. Here's Jefferson. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Into Jordan. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Jefferson. And it's Walker penetrating. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first. It's been a good one for Walker. He's got 8 points and 4 assists.
He's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Steve, what a big possession right here.
No doubt, guys. You can feel the tension in this building.
And stolen by Zeller. To take the lead. Nails the tray.
There's no doubt about it. Walker's got the touch.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. Barnes and Jefferson sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Here's Paul. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Redick. 5 on the clock. Oh, trying for it. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Barnes kicks to Paul. Redick for 3. Bullseye! And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's come down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to catch the ball, make a quick pass, and then get it airborne.
Here's Stevenson. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, J.J. Redick.